Born into a football family, Rob Godley walked through the gates of Western in 1986, a graduate from the perennial power Burlington Nelson High School football team. Being one of only two players off the 1986 recruiting class to dress as a first-year player, Godley would immediately be immersed into the winning tradition that is Western football. The veteran-led 1986 team would complete an undefeated regular season and defend its Yates Cup Championship by defeating the Guelph Griffins 49-21. Traveling out east to the Atlantic Bowl title game, they defeated Acadia 29-22, gaining another berth in the Vanier Cup. As a sophomore in 1987, Godley broke into the starting lineup as the left guard on a very strong offensive line. Western running back Rob Stewart said his quickness, athletic ability, and toughness were perfectly suited for Western's trap sweep offense of the late 80s. It didn't take long for him to become a dominant force in the OUAA. Coach Greg Marshall recalled, Rob was very intelligent and a great communicator. When he came to the bench after an offensive series, he was able to explain exactly what was happening and what we needed to do to be successful. Godley would also compete as a two-sport athlete at Western, throwing the shot put for 2 seasons with the varsity track and field team. The 1988 season witnessed the Mustangs going undefeated through the regular season, and a return to the Yates Cup title game against the Laurier Golden Hawks awaited them. A total team effort resulted in a 27-16 hard-fought victory in that Yates Cup championship. The national semifinal Central Bowl was played the following week at J.W. Little Stadium, where the Mustangs fell short in their bid for another Vanier Cup appearance. At the conclusion of the season, Godley would be awarded the Vince Callahan Trophy as the team's most outstanding lineman and be recognized as a first-team OUA All-Star at the guard position due to his physical style of play. Teammate Pat Mahan recalled, as a player playing alongside Rob, I learned the intensity level needed and expected. I also learned a valuable lesson from Rob, that offensive linemen, that with their size and intensity, they can often dominate a defense and can change the outcome of a game. I never forgot the impact it had on the defense. Voted team captain for the 1989 season, the team would go down as one of the greatest Mustang squads in the long football history of Western. At 6'2" and 260 pounds, Godley could cover the 40 in 4.8 seconds and bench 350 pounds. Unfortunately, late in that season, Godley would suffer a devastating season-ending leg fracture. Coach Marshall said when he broke his leg near the end of that year, he was there each day in practice and at games, helping me with the offensive line and providing valuable input. The Mustangs went on to defeat the Toronto Varsity Blues 50-20 in the Yates Cup final, sending them east to the Atlantic Bowl to face the St. Mary's Huskies, who they put down in a 38-33 victory. The Atlantic Bowl victory placed the Mustangs into the 25th anniversary Vanier Cup title game. Played indoors for the first time in the inaugural year of Toronto's Sky Dome, a record of 32,877 fans witnessed the Mustangs defeat the Saskatchewan Huskies 35-10, finally claiming its first Mustang Vanier Cup victory since 1977. At the conclusion of this historic season, Godley would once again be awarded the Vince Callahan Trophy, gain another spot on the OUAA All-Star team, named a first-team All-Canadian at guard, and as a fitting end to his Mustang career, Godley was awarded the OUAA John Metris Trophy as the most outstanding lineman in the entire conference, and he was nominated for the National Award. Drafted in the 5th round of the CFL by the Calgary Stampeders, Godley would have to say goodbye to his playing days after sustaining multiple shoulder dislocations. It wasn't long before he found himself back on the sideline in a different capacity. While attending Mount Allison University to earn a Bachelor of Education degree, he coached the offensive line for the Mounties to an Atlantic Bowl championship and an appearance in the 1991 Vanier Cup title game. After years in the education industry and traveling the world, Godley is now a business entrepreneur in the southern United States. Chris Gaffney, the quarterback of the 1989 Vanier Cup Champion Mustangs, stated, "Despite being a gifted athlete with tremendous football acumen, Rob's greatest value was his leadership. This made him the undisputed and unanimous choice as our captain. He had a tremendous work ethic and a huge desire to win. His on-field intensity was contagious. He led primarily by example, but when he chose to speak, which he did at key times throughout the season, the team listened to his message and took it to heart. Rob had a great ability to motivate those around him by mixing hard work with a will to win and his great sense of humor. Through this, he was able to bring out the best in all of us, while at the same time reminding us to have fun and enjoy the moment and camaraderie. Rob Godley, a Mustang legend.